Hey, it's me, Sai7. Welcome to part 14 of my Library of Ruina walkthrough. Before we get into the invitations, I want to cover this key page that I made, because it is extremely strong, especially at this part of the game. So, we're using Emma's page, and we have high level acrobatics, which boosts any card that costs 3 or higher, so all these bottom ones gain +1 power automatically for every dice roll. And then we're also running Lion's Fist and Puppet Skeleton, which adds even more power to our blunt dice, so that's an extra 2. And then this attribute that gives me even more damage for blunt dice. And this is really strong. It also synergizes really well with Yassad's Floor. We've got Metallic Ringing here, where you inflict Bind and Paralysis, and then this also synergizes really well with Clean. So Bind lowers the speed dice rolls of anyone you hit, which means that our speed dice will probably be higher than theirs, and we gain more power off of that. And every time we win 3 clashes, we get light and gain haste, so our speed dice rolls will be even higher. So, really strong, something that I would recommend building, especially this early on and for some of the fights we're going to encounter. Oh, and here's the index again. Hello, Miss Lala. Here's your prescript. Hey Lala, put 3 needles in Lily's birthday cake by noon tomorrow. By Lily, does it mean Mrs. Lily who's living next door? I did hear it's her birthday tomorrow. Not sure myself. What if she bites one of those needles and gets hurt? You never know. She might luckily notice the needles before she eats them. Or you could tell her in advance that there are needles in her cake. Oh, is it okay for me to spoil the prescript to her? The prescript didn't say anything about it, so it should be alright. It's strange though. I've been only getting weird prescripts like this lately. Is there a meaning to this? If you don't carry out the prescripts, the index won't provide protection. You have a family, right? I hope you can fulfill this one smoothly. Okay. Hello, Mr. Lee Diaku. You've got a new prescript. What now? What more am I supposed to do now? Sorry, sir. I sadly can't do anything for you, even if you cling to me. Now, take in a deep breath and read it out. Lee Diaku. Play rock, paper, scissors with the third person you meet and play rock. If you win, pull out 59 strands of their hair. Then, apply seafood cream pasta sauce with mealworms fed on styrofoam to it 3 times and eat it with a fork. Sick bastards. You're telling me to eat that shit? I had to make risotto out of sewer water and give it to Minji next door just a week ago. They ate it without asking and ended up going to the ER. Fuck this. I'm sorry, all I do is deliver the prescripts. Please, I'll give you as much money as you want, or let me get a different prescript, just this once, I beg you. I'd love to change this, but I don't have the authority to do that. Everyone faces a test of faith in the prescripts. I hope you can overcome this. I love this. This is so awesome. It's like they're getting cursed fortune cookies. I bet you weren't expecting that kind of voice to come from this thing. Messenger Yang, long time no see. Hello, Proxy Gloria. Do you have business with Mr. Lamarcus here too? Yep, I do. I got a prescript. Hello, Mr. Lamarcus. Are you there? We're here to talk. This won't do. Leave it to me, sweetie. Aha, there you are. Please, it was It was a tiny issue.
사소한 문제였는데 혹시
Did this person not carry out his prescript?
응. 라마커스 씨의 전두엽을 으깨 놓으라고 나에게 지령이 왔어.
Nope. So a prescript came down to me, telling me to smash Mr. Lamarcus's frontal lobe.
대행자에게 지령이 온다는 건
Usually proxies only receive prescripts on the rare occasion of someone else not carrying out their prescript, Mr. Lamarcus.
지랄하지 마. 당신이 그린
You're shitting me. Kill the painting you've drawn? Does this make sense to you?
난내 인생의 전부였던
Painting was everything in my life, and I smeared my own art with ink, stabbed them, tore them, painted pictures of dead people in so many different ways. I did everything.
응? 간단한 문제잖아.
Huh? That's a toad simple problem.
아무나 한 사람을 잡아서 그리고 그 사람을 죽이면 되는 일 아니야?
Just pick anyone from the streets, use them as a model for your painting, and then kill them. Isn't that a no-brainer? This isn't my fault. It's the prescript being too vague.
네 머리가 나쁜 걸
It's not the prescript's fault that you were too dumb to get it. You sick fucks. I did all I could to live. I relayed numbers to a guy called Rayman. I moved a unicorn plushie to a park and even found a way to see green from a white wall for Hia-in. I've been doing so good.
이번에도 잘했어야지.
Too bad you couldn't keep it up this time.
당신의 노력은 충분히
I understand that you tried, but
우리에게 지령이 내려오면
once we get a prescript, we should carry it out. No exceptions.
미안해요.
I'm sorry. Oh, looks like he just had his frontal lobe smashed in.
안녕하세요, 준 씨.
Oh, Mr. John, here's your prescript. Here, John, stand on any three-way intersection at 3:38 tomorrow. Look to the east and wave 7 times. Is this really all I have to do to be protected by you guys? No need to pay money like with the other syndicates?
네, 그렇답니다.
Yes, that's the case. All you need to do is carry out each prescript accordingly. Sweet. Index really is the best. You don't ask for backbreaking fees like the others do.
다시 한번 생각해
Will you please reconsider? Nothing is truly free in this city.
공짜는 없어요.
I just have to carry out the prescripts that come to me from time to time, don't I? The nest went under so suddenly. Dangerous gangs started prancing around the residential area. The other syndicates all wanted me to pay absurd amounts of money or sign these ridiculous contracts. Index is the only one me and my family can count on. If you believe so, you'll be safe as long as you follow the prescripts.
안전할 거예요. 아마도.
Maybe.
안녕하세요, 대행자 여러분.
Hello, proxies. You have a new prescript to carry out. New prescripts, huh?
요즘 들어 부쩍
I've been getting prescripts a whole lot more often these days.
지령이 그렇죠.
Prescripts will be prescripts. It's not like you
언제부터 지령이
ever cared about how many prescripts you got.
지령의 의무는 없지만
I have no doubts about prescripts, no. We might be seeing a lot of bloodshed with the thumb and the sweepers at this rate.
나는 이제 흘릴 피도
I don't have any
없지만
blood left in my body to shed anyhow.
지령의 뜻이 전쟁이라면 우리는 기꺼이 전쟁을 치러야지.
If war is what the prescripts requires, we shall gladly wage war.
우리는 지령의 의지를
Our role to act on behalf of the prescripts will.
우선적으로
We will carry out the prescripts we've received first.
대행자들은
As proxies, each of us will convey the content that prescript messenger Jan gave us to the proselytes in our familia.
그나저나
What are the prescripts about this time, by the way?
그게 말이야. 나는 여기에
Let's see. Mine is to extract the spinal cords of 37-year-old people in this nest.
모든 37살.
Every 37-year-old in the nest?
글쎄.
Don't know. It's up to Proxy Esther to clarify ambiguities in prescripts, you know? It does target all denizens of the nest. Search for every single person of the specified age and take their spine. Our familia's task is to exchange the left leg of the 14th person we come across today with the right leg of the 26th person we run into. So out there, it actually feels strange to get a straightforward prescript for once. You see, Jan? Eliminate the thumb. No time limits. This one needs no explanation.
지령에 따라
I'll send my
도서관에
proselytes
보내도록
to the library as my prescript dictates.
아이고야. 결국 검지가
Oh boy, the index really is coming for us, huh? Seems the prescripts are often vague and need clarification. I haven't seen them myself, so I frankly have no idea how those instructions look. Don't know who makes the prescripts either. Impossible that they could maintain such a massive syndicate following orders that come out of nowhere. That's the scary part. Those prescripts seem random, but they work out in their favor somehow. And no one knows who's responsible for making them? I haven't seen anyone that knows, at least. The prescripts are long since appointed as a star of the city. I can hardly believe that so many are following such amphigories so blindly. Pretty much everyone in the city. Like they said, people all just live according to the purpose of life, given by someone or something else without thinking twice. Heck, those who are still lost without purpose would gladly take prescripts. Even if they require them to yield their own lives? They're willing to declare war against the thumb because a prescript said so. Life surely isn't the biggest concern for them. That's only a conflict between syndicates, not wings. Can it really be called a war? Ma'am, you have no idea how big they really are. When the hundreds of finger-affiliated syndicates all clash at the same time, the scale in the aftermath is most certainly comparable to that of a war between wings. This town's gonna be noisy with those fanatics around for a while. Alright, so just one act. So these guys are pretty... I mean, you'll see. You'll see what they do. Each scene, they boost the power of a random type of offensive dice by +2. And they have a good mix of them. So what'll happen is if that's like boosting slash dice, they'll probably play execute. If it's pierce, they'll play Will the Prescripts, which is a really good card. And blind, they'll play this. Essentially, it goes like that. As the prescript orders, close our eyes, we should not see what we needn't see. Life and death all follow the plan of the prescript, I have no fear. Yep, so you can see blunt power up. Oh, actually not playing a blunt type. What an idiot. So I'll take advantage of that. Oh, and this is what they like to do. They all like to target one character. As you can see, this is just a way to kind of highlight who they're attacking. But they all go after one character at a time. You kind of have to play a game of defense with these guys. Unfortunately, they all rolled high, so I can't redirect a lot of this. Which means I'm not going to get clashes to actually raise my team's emotion level this scene, which sucks. So I'm probably going to take a lot of damage on Dana this turn. And then they keep focusing that same target down. Now, where's their speed dice roll? They keep rolling so high. Oh man, this is rough. I'm gonna lose Dana here. Unless I get really lucky with this, but I kinda doubt it. Fortunately. Oh wow, I actually won. And we finally got emotion level. Dude, they're rolling so high, I can't believe that actually. That's kind of wild. Now we'll try and give Dana a bit of a break. Let your eyes rest and go along the road determined by the prescript. It is an honor to meet your fate following the prescript, or meet your death following the prescript. I should not be dissatisfied with my predetermined fate. Rest in peace. We will help handle the rest. Okay, now she might... Actually, I think Dana can get the stagger there. Let's see if we can get a Boundary of Death proc. Oh wow, that didn't stagger. Cannot be helped, fate cannot be changed once sealed. Yeah, so they just keep focusing down one person. So it can be a little overwhelming, because once they kill one of them, they'll just switch to the next, and so you're dead. And they didn't even have a post-battle. Strange. So this card, Will the Prescript, is incredibly useful. Drawing 3 pages and you have to play Singleton, and obviously Singleton means you don't have any duplicate cards in your deck. Which, I mean, I'm kind of almost there with some of my decks. Like this one, I would just need to get rid of a copy of Freak, and that's... And then find... Let's see, probably one more light recovery cards. Ideally, I'd choose something with blunt, but I don't think I have any. And this could be okay, I guess. I think that's better. Yeah, so this is a Singleton deck with a ton of draw power. Honestly, I'm probably gonna make like a ton of these. Alright, so I'm editing this in because I totally forgot to read the index proselytes page, so here it is. No two prescripts are the same in any way, as well as their contents being completely different from each other. You can't expect when and where you'll receive one. It could be placed between the patties of the hamburger you're holding, it could be in your mailbox, it could be handed to you by a passerby. However, if you question who delivered those prescripts or where they come from, and put your curiosity into action, the proxies will come for you, so beware. Here's a few examples of the prescripts. To Remy, deliver a bacon pizza to Danny's doorstep on 8th Street before 10 AM sharp on September 14th. To Jimin, do not utter a single word for 5 days. To Sihi, if the first person you meet outside today answers your greeting by lifting their right hand, take their heart out. Person ignores your greetings, remove your own heart from your body. And this is only scratching the surface of the shambolic orders written on the prescripts. The contents of a prescript range from ordinary tasks to things that cannot be carried out in relatively normal, in terms of morality, means. The errant variety and creativity of the prescripts will make you wonder just what goes on in the head of the person responsible for writing them. Take a moment to think about how you would feel if you received a prescript that says, chop off your right ankle and eat it medium rare. Yes, you don't have to eat the bones. You think this is an absurd instruction that no sane person could follow, but those who belong to the index will feel glad that it doesn't require chopping off both feet or eating the bones. These guys are wild. I love these prescripts though. So, it's just such a funny concept. So great. Now back to the original recording. Now we'll go into some abnormality battles. We'll do Tiphereth's. Gotta equip her. Actually, I know what this fight is, and so I kind of want to build around it. I think I'll just go into it like this. So this is the Queen of Hatred, and this is one of the handful of filters for this game. By filter, I mean it makes people... It's so hard to beat that some people just quit the game. She often come out to aid us, but she was more trouble than help. Wasn't supposed to be a magical girl? She's a total mess. We were fooled by that cute appearance and left ourselves wide open for a hard blow. So, Queen of Hatred, if you remember from Lobotomy Corporation, sucks. She is an absolute nightmare to deal with. So she'll gradually get this hysteria mechanic if she loses clashes or she's attacked by marked targets. Yeah, and you can decrease it, and there will be, you'll kind of see it, the background here will gradually turn pink, and when it fills up, she will transform. And we'll see our first mass attack card here. She also uses a lot of ranged attacks. And as you can see here, you really want to clash against them because this +5 power will just melt you. What is this, 3 to 8? Actually, we'll go ahead and get some debuffs on her here. You can already kind of see the background here changing color. And now we're marked as a villain. So she completely focuses that character. Obviously, every time she loses a clash against the marked character, she becomes more hysterical. I don't know, if she takes one-sided attacks, does it? Okay, so it doesn't look like it. I kind of want her to win some of these clashes. Like, I'll probably just let that one go through. Yeah, the balancing act for trying not to get her to transform is kind of brutal. And bleed is really good against her, too. It's definitely something I'd recommend taking. I actually want this to mark her. This is pretty good. Trying to do some damage. Oh, I think I maxed it out. Oh, I did. Oh no. This is her transforming, and then this is a mass attack. As you can see here. Yeah, so mass attacks always play first, regardless of speed. Yeah, so there are two types, individual and summation. So individual attacks compare the roll of individual dice, whereas the summation is the sum of all the dice rolls, except counter dice. So she's using a summation type. So what this means is that, say I played this card, all of these dice would be rolled individually and then added up. And if they are higher than the roll that she gets, then you win that clash. If this mass attack card is higher, then you take the damage and it eats the first dice on the combat card you play. So I'm definitely going to lose this. So using cards with a bunch of dice on them is ideal. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten my emotion levels up for anyone, so I'm going to take a ton of damage and I'll probably just die. You also can't redirect mass attack cards. So this is actually really unfortunate that I target my broken one. A ton of damage. Yeah, so I pretty much lost this fight. Actually. I guess she staggers, so. But I don't have a lot of damage to actually put out here. Yeah, so I think I've lost this fight pretty handedly. This is why it's considered one of the more difficult fights in the game. You know, I think the first time that I actually did this fight, I won it by just getting her to transform anyways. Like, I didn't even bother trying to actually work out the hysteria mechanic. This is kind of unfortunate. I think she's going to mass attack next scene. Yep. So she's dead. Luckily I can actually roll against this. I can't play this card because it deals 7 damage to me, and I'll just die. That's a little unfortunate. And I have no light here. So she's going to take a bunch of damage. So you can see the sum total is 23, so I beat that clash there. So I'm dead here. Yeah, this is a tough fight. I think my biggest mistake there was not gaining emotion level as fast as I could. I could try to just stack a whole bunch of bleed on her using Sayo's key page. I might just go ahead and run 2 of these and try to bleed her out. The only thing is these decks don't really have anything that can work against the mass attack card. We'll see how this goes. I might actually just let that hit and try to get as much draw as I can here. I want everyone to either keep their light for next scene or to clash and actually get some emotion level. I'm already like halfway to hysteria. So I might just let these hit. Except this, I want to redirect this. And I guess I'll just start getting some bleed. Yeah, I think I have to let those hit. I don't... Okay, so it stayed about the same. Fortunately, she got staggered. So I'll have to redirect those. That should be okay. Man, hopefully this one's, what will I be at? +4, so 4 to 10. +1, so 5 to 11. Alright, we'll see. Hey, she's mass attacking. I guess I totally shouldn't have used ink over. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, this is a lot easier to deal with because it's a 13-13 rather than, what was it when she transformed? It's like 16 to 20, something wild. I can't play ink over. Yeah, so she's gonna get staggered. Not really much I can do about it. I guess I could try this, but I'd have to like max roll on every single one. That's gonna happen. Yeah, she lost. The other two did fine though. So we're kind of in the home stretch. If I can get her staggered, I should be okay. Keyword being should be. I think I might just go for it and let her die. Actually, I don't think I should do that. Okay, that's better. I'm really banking on being able to stagger her this scene, and then... oh, well, she died. I don't think she'll transform if she gets staggered. Okay, well, she didn't anyway. I don't have a lot of good stuff to clash with here. I can mitigate the damage here. That's about the best I can do. Okay, she's gonna get staggered. Oh, she died to bleed. Alright, well that's Queen of Hatred. She can be really obnoxious.
이것도 아니고
Not this,
저것도 아니고
not that.
좀 도와줄까?
Need a hand?
혼자서도 충분히
I can do all this
가능해.
by myself.
보기만 해도 어려울
Geez,
것
just
같은
looking at the
책들은
covers of these books makes me
다
dizzy.
읽은 거야?
Did you read them all?
대강은
Sort of.
뭐야?
Quantum physics, cell biology. You wrote some difficult looking labels on them.
가득 적어뒀네.
이곳의 책은 제목만으로
It's hard to recognize the
정직하게
contents of the
알아보기가
books
힘드니까.
here from their title alone. Yeah, she's the librarian of natural sciences.
게다가 정상적인 책을
It's
구하기
even harder to find books that are actually readable.
그러고 보니 도서관에
Yeah, a lot of them didn't
굴러다니는
even
책들보다는
have a lot of complete
완성된 모양이 별로
sentences,
없었지.
now that I think about it.
보는 사람에 따라
The
책의
completeness of a
완성도를
book mostly
결정하는
depends on
거야.
the reader, though some are just unstable to begin with.
읽으면 사라지는
Does that completeness have something to do with some books disappearing upon reading while others don't?
정확히는
I'm not too
모르겠지만
sure, but I think that has to do with how thoroughly the book was read. Until the contents of a book have been read and understood, it vanishes since it served its purpose. Hey, I heard of something like that. Light can be considered as a particle or a wave depending on how it's observed, right? Maybe the properties of books can change depending on the reader in the same sense.
나도 몰라.
I don't know. Stop trying to make weird comparisons with your shoddy knowledge.
어차피 이것도
Probably just inexplicably works like singularities do. I just roll with it. I'm very proud of your ignorance. I don't pretend to understand things I don't get. I still make sure to read and manage all the books you send here, though. Same book can show different things each time you read it. Understanding a book completely is a repetitive process, you know? And I don't want to stay ignorant forever. That's annoying. Different content every time you read it, huh? So that's why we needed multiple copies of a book. Still don't fully get it, but I actually kinda like the properties of light you just told me. The fact that something can change just by looking at it is romantic in a way. And maybe held enough meaning for Enoch just by staying at his side. Enoch? There were two Tiphereth in the past, back in my second life, as you and Malkuth put it. We were together in our first lives, too. Oh, hey, your boyfriend? Sounds like you were together for a pretty long time. Enoch left my side in both of those lives.
두 번이나 차이다니.
Damn, got dumped twice? What a shame. Keep your chin up though, it's not like a breakup in the end of the world. Or is the end of the world.
에녹은
Roland.
죽었거든.
He died.
그리고
And Enoch wasn't someone who could be put in such light terms.
표현할 수 있는 존재가 아니었어.
Oh, I'm
정말
terribly sorry,
죄송합니다.
miss.
제가 너무
I
경솔했어요.
apologize for my carelessness.
괜찮아. 그래도
Alright,
두 번째
when I bid
에녹을
farewell to
떠나보낼
Enoch
때
for the second time,
에녹은 의미를
I'm
찾을
sure he
수
could
있을
find the
거라
meaning he was
믿었거든.
looking for,
우리 삶에
that our lives and
의미가 있을
sacrifices
거라고.
were not in vain.
모두가 쉽게
We lived in a
죽지만
world where everyone died so
분명
easily,
아무
but he
의미
believed
없이
that dying
죽기를
a
태어난
meaningless
것은
death
아니라고 믿고
was not what
있었지.
people were born for.
어려운 이야기인 걸.
It's kind of hard for me to
그 의미는
follow.
찾았어?
How about you then? Did you find the meaning?
아마도
Maybe?
그리고 내가
The
부여받은
purpose given to me now
의미는
is to
빛을
complete the
완전하게
light
해서
so that it can be
제대로
used
사용할 수 있도록
properly.
하는 거야.
다들 전부터
Everyone's been talking about that
하는데.
light thing. What exactly is it about?
로보토미의 특이점에 대해
Heard about
들었지?
Lobotomy Corporation's singularity, right?
뭐 대강.
Yeah, kinda. Technology that physically manifests the mind, was it?
맞아.
That's right. Those manifestations can also be dissolved back into an indefinite form and seeped into people's minds.
그럴 수도 있겠네.
I guess that makes sense.
로보토미사는
Lobotomy Corp gathered the light over a long time to cure the ill minds of the
그
city's denizens.
물론
Of course, all the while operating as an energy company on the outside.
날개가 될 정도로.
How do you generate enough
에너지가
energy
어떻게
to
들어온
stand as a wing? Pulled it out of people?
사람으로부터.
특이점의 부작용으로
Creatures called abnormalities were created as a side effect of our singularity.
환상체라는
As we
존재를
manage them, we learned that they emit a certain form of
환상체는
energy.
에너지를 뿜어냈지.
That's enkephalin.
뭐?
What? Those enkephalin batteries were made from monster produce?
나온 거라고? 진짜.
Damn, I used enkephalin lighters to smoke too.
담배도 피웠는데.
Ugh.
엄밀히 말하면 사람이지.
From people, to be
사람이
precise,
환상체가 되었으니까.
it's humans that are turned into abnormalities.
인간의 마음으로부터
Creatures born
나온
of the human
괴물이라고.
mind, huh?
그 괴물들을
I'm guessing tons of
관리하는
employees died during the
오늘날
process of
직원들은
managing those
죄다
creatures.
죽어나갔을 거고.
맞아.
You're right.
그렇게 로보토미에서는
It's all part of the stage play Angela
펼쳐진
mentioned.
도시답구만. 사람을 치유하기 위해
Quite typical of the city, eh? A company that massacred people with the end goal of curing them. It's almost like a cliche for all the myths about the wings at this point.
난 다른 날개들에
I don't know a lot
대해서는
about the
잘
other wings,
모르지만
but they
역시
probably aren't too
그렇겠지?
different, right?
그렇고 말고.
Oh, they're totally the same.
그 반복을 끊고
It's the kind of
싶었던
cycle
거야,
we wanted to
우리는.
break.
그 반복을 끊을 수 있게
And light being the
해주는 게
means to achieve that, huh?
빛이라는 거군. 강제로 사람들을 세뇌하려
Sounds
한
more
것
like
같은데.
you were trying to brainwash people with it or something.
그런 단순한 얘기가
It's not as simple as that.
그거야 뭐.
It's a matter of perspective,
생각하기
really.
나름이지.
나도 이런 큰
To be fair, I
줄기만
only know the general outline of things.
그래서 나도 보고
So I want to
싶어.
see for myself if those cycles are really happening out there.
엔젤라와
I don't really know
마찬가지로
much about this
세상에
world,
대해서 아는
like
건
Angela.
별로 없거든.
맡겨만 주십시오.
Leave it to me, Miss Tiff.
앞으로
I'll bring just the right books for you.
적다.
그런 말보다는
Let your actions speak for you
행동으로
then. Got some good info. And here's Queen of Hatred's abnormality pages. Love is really good. Justice is okay. I mean, it's more damage output, I guess. And then hate's kind of bad. Oh, we could do another one if we wanted to. Maybe I should, since I'm already set up for it. I don't know what I'm facing here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Also kind of want to do Gebura's. Hers are fun fights. I think maybe I'll run a bit of defense because I don't know what's here. Will you enter the book of a Little Red Riding Hooded Mercenary? Okay, I remember this. This is kind of obnoxious. This is why we had to stop the two from facing each other at all costs. Dude, that sense. What's up with these two anyway? Watch out, the wolf is the sole reason for the Red Hood to exist in a way. So the gimmick here is that Red Riding Hood has to kill the wolf. And if you kill the wolf, then Red Riding Hood goes into... She goes into rage, and then you have to kill her. But she becomes kind of impossible to kill. Yeah. So naturally they kind of try and kill each other. And this fight is really obnoxious because of this counter dice on Clash 1 gain 1 strength next scene. If this procs too many times, because counter dice can re-roll if they keep winning, then the wolf could just get really out of hand. Okay, so it just got 1 strength from it. But I'm also going to have to be careful about bleed, because if any status effects kill it, then Red Riding Hood goes crazy as well. Yep, she's using the summation. It's pretty easy to win against, but sometimes you actually want it to hit just so that she can gain the strength from it. Which is actually what I'll do here. I think, although I really want to clash against this so I can make sure that damage doesn't go through. Yeah, so I'll let it hit here. I think that's for the best. And it will eat cards if you play something against it and it loses, so I have to watch for that. Another mass attack. Let's see, will this hit Mercenary? Okay, probably not. 7 to 11, she's playing a lot of dice. Crash Disposal is pretty good against this. It has a ton of dice. And I think I'll draw some cards here. Yep, no one got hit. So the background changing means she's getting rage. You can kind of use rage to your advantage. see, will I get an emotion level? Oh no, we can only go up to 1. Okay. I remember why this was so annoying. Oops, I think I'm accidentally giving it too much strength this scene. It's getting a little darker. Okay, so these are individual mass attacks. So the way this works is that these dice will individually roll against them. Right, so this first one will roll against this first one. If this wins, you take damage. If you win, you don't take damage. It also eats your dice if the mass attack card beats yours. Fortunate, because I'm not taking a lot of good stuff here. Kind of just want to gain light so I can use ink over next turn. Okay, this dude's got +2 strength. I should be able to beat that though. Okay, will she win this? 4 to 8, 5 to 9? Probably not. Okay, I'll actually take that off of her. Oh, she is enraged. Okay. Okay, that's unfortunate. One of my guys got staggered. Okay, so now we got a whole bunch of mass attack cards coming out. 2 of them. Honestly, Fang might just die here. And you can't redirect them, so it's really unfortunate that I'm getting hit on 2 different dice for Gebura. Inkover should beat everything. I can take that clash. Yep, I'm gonna lose both of them, I think, because I chose to clash with her. Whoops. Unless this staggers. Nope. We're close, though. Okay, so as you can tell, this is another really obnoxious fight. Oh, I got staggered. That's not good. I'll probably end up losing this. Yeah. I'm gonna have to mess with these decks a bit because I can't run so many like high high cards or high light costing cards. I like that. Yeah, I'll get rid of that because draw doesn't really matter. Having more light recovery is probably going to be more important. I could use a lot of burn here as well. That might be okay, but I do need to add... Oh no, I have light recovery. Okay. I don't know if I like this. I actually want to take out the sharpened blades here. I don't feel like those were working out too well. And then I want to get some 3 costs. Are there any good slash dice ones though? Protection's not bad, and a little burn. Honestly, going more 2 costs here might actually be good. Like running these. Honestly, that might just be the play here. This is really good for debuffing. I think what I'll do instead is I'll use Oscar's page. Get rid of these and that. I can make a singleton out of this, so this will be my draw power, so I don't need those. And I'll run these 2 pages, as well as this for fragile. Pretty much anything with Pierce will be good here. I don't know what to use to round out this deck. Maybe this could be okay. At least for clashing with all the mass attack cards. I guess I could also use that. Oh my gosh, what happened to his body? Oh no. Okay. So I'll get rid of these, and instead, you know, I want 2 costs. I guess Extreme Edge could be good here. The disarm will affect that block dice that gains strength if it wins. That could be okay. I feel like the idea of just running a lot of paralysis though. I think this might be a little too combo-y. I'll get rid of that and I'll put in that as well. Okay. Try it again. Fortunately, I'm not going to get any clashes. Ideally, I'd want to get a clash with each of my characters. I'll just go for a draw here. Oh, and I gave him 3 strength. Oh no. It's actually really bad. I'm tempted to just quit out here. Yeah, I'm gonna quit out and come back, because that was a pretty big mistake. Making mistakes early on is not good. Okay, but at least now I can actually get a clash with everyone. So I actually want to let that clash happen. I can't take that one off though. He's playing the strength card, but he has 5 disarm, so should only roll between 1, 2, 3. Hopefully I can beat it with that. Okay, or she took the clash. Actually, I don't want to try and go for any... I don't want to try to proc these counter dice. It's just not worth it. We'll go ahead and try and gain strength though. That's one-sided. I don't want to risk it. Really just not worth it. But geez, she almost did though. Got lucky. There's another mass summation. Could try to get a lot of burn on him. I don't think I should. I'll win that clash, but I'm not going to have any light for next scene. So I think I'll do this instead. Alright, we gave him 1 strength for next scene. I'm not hitting with my paralysis very much. It's kind of unfortunate. Do I think this will win 4 to 8 versus 3 to 8? He's got 1 strength, so it's actually 4 to 9. I'm tempted to let that clash go. I actually think I will. And then I'll get this as my one-sided and gain some lights. Means I could also do that here, I think. Yeah, no, probably not. I'm way too worried about giving this guy strength. And unfortunately she lost that clash. Because that's what happens when you give him strength. He just hits for so much. Okay, will she win against this? 4 to 8, and she is 5 to 9. Oh no, she's actually 3 to 7 because of the feeble, or the wolf is. I'm gonna hope that she wins that clash, because she'll destroy all the dice. And clashing here, I should probably take off, or take the rest of the clashes. Wait, what? Why'd that not clash? Okay, I'm actually really confused. I thought she was shooting at that dice. Maybe not. This is kind of bad. He's gonna get staggered here. Maybe, I guess I could play both of these. And these clashes are really rough. But we got him staggered. She's still enraged, which means I'm probably gonna get staggered on him. Probably gonna get staggered on Tooth as well. Everyone's getting staggered. Oh my gosh. And now we're in the rough part of the fight where we have to make sure that the red-headed mercenary kills the wolf. I'm just gonna get staggered either way. I don't know what goes first. I would think bullet shower does, but I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I was wrong. Yeah, I have to just survive and hope that Red Riding Hooded Mercenary actually kills them. Yeah, this is like all I can do. Oh, I hate this so much. I'm dead. So there's like a small chance I can survive this, but I won't survive if this hits. Guess we'll see. Alright, survive that. And I died. If it rolled a 4, I could have lived, but... This is another really rough fight. Alright, let's try this fight again. I switched up the decks just a little bit, not too much. Hopefully they'll perform a little better. Oh no, she gave him 2 strength. Okay, we gave him some feeble though, so it'll be in our favor. And with the disarm, I can safely do some one-sided attacks against him. Unfortunately, I can't play anything with him. I think that's okay. Alright, got a mass attack coming through. Oh, from both of them. Alright, cool. No big deal. Alright, so I think Gebura is going to take the hit. And then I'm going to go ahead and try and get some paralysis on him. Oh no, I completely forgot about the card. Yeah, don't forget about that. The strength gain is just wild with this guy. Wait, we've got a whole bunch of paralysis on him though, so that'll help out a bit. I don't want to do that. I don't know how I want to clash this. Yeah, that should probably be okay. He high rolled. It's kind of awful. That means that she's probably gonna go into a rage next scene. And I have to take some pretty tough clashes here. Screw it. I need the light gain. This next scene is gonna be kind of rough. Okay, it looks like she's winning some clashes. It's good. Okay, the one-sided hit's not too good. It's gonna really piss her off. Oh yeah, she's pissed as hell. Oh god, so is he. I don't know what I'm more worried about. This is just more damage overall, isn't it? Yeah. Whatever. I kind of just need to put damage on this guy. Okay, that's a good clash. Luckily, they're both attacking here. Okay, no one hit. Getting pretty close to staggering him. Oh. Really close. Alright. Okay, she's still enraged. So this could be a little tricky. Because I can't be the one to kill the wolf, it has to be her, or else you lose. Okay, she should. I probably don't even have to do anything now. I believe in him. Hey. What an annoying fight.
계십니까? 책을 몇 권 좀 들고
You there, ma'am?
왔습니다.
I brought you a few books, ma'am.
거기 대충 놔둬.
Leave them there.
순서대로
I'll take a look in a bit.
붉은 안개님,
I'm very sincerely sorry for my insolence earlier, Miss Red Mist, ma'am.
알랑방귀 낄 필요
Cut the
없어.
flattery. You and I are pretty much in the same shoes here.
너나 나나.
근데 정말 붉은 안개
You're actually the
맞아?
Red Mist?
난 그 명성만
Heard a lot of stories about her,
들었지.
but I never really got to meet her since we work in completely different areas of the city.
믿든 말든
Believe whatever you want. Oh, red mist buzz is nothing but a hollow shell now.
아니 못 믿겠다.
I mean, not that I don't believe you or anything.
붉은 안개와
It just feels unreal that a legendary fixer is standing here with me.
난첫 번째 삶에서
I died trying to protect my colleagues in my first life.
외곽의 연구실에서
In that laboratory in the outskirts?
그래.
Yep.
그리고
As
다시
my second
깨어나
life, I was woken up in Lobotomy Corp with a blurry memory of the
로보토미에서 일을 한
past.
거고. 넌 어디서 활동했는데?
Where's your zone of activity anyway?
난 도시 동부.
East of the city.
난 서부였어.
I was on the western side. No wonder we never ran into each other.
붉은 안개의 전설
I got a
중에
question about one of the legends of the Red Mist. Do you take
질문
questions, ma'am?
받습니까?
뭔데?
What is it?
단신으로
One about soldering
검지대에서
5 proxies of the index alone. The index.
검지.
Been a while since I heard one of those
오랜만에 듣네.
rancid titles of the back
뒷골목의
streets.
더러운 호칭들.
And she looks disgusted. Wow.
엿 같은 기억들.
The vexing memories.
맞아.
Yep, I did. I took down 5 proxies and 3 messengers of the index, to be precise. Damn, you really are awesome, ma'am. I didn't say anything about the messengers just to make sure, and you got that right too.
밖은 10년이 흘렀다고 했나?
10 years have passed in the outside world since I disappeared, I heard.
도시와 뒷골목은
The city and the back streets are still the same as before, aren't they? As in dirt poor people killing and stealing from each other and living in constant fear that someone might assault them?
진짜.
Damn, so it's no different. Pretty much. The tools and the methods may have changed from 10 years ago, but basically the same sort of things have been going on.
난 그걸 바꾸고 싶어서
Laughable, isn't it?
지랄을
I
했는데.
went through all the heavy hassle hoping to change that, and it was to no avail. There's a new sandwich franchise called Ham Ham Pang Pang that's been expanding into each district of the backstreets lately, which has been a huge boost to the quality of life. And I forgot to mention, but this is actually a shop by Project Moon that they have in real life. It's in South Korea. It's pretty cool.
네가 납치되어서 못
The venue
먹은
you were
스페셜
planning to visit for a
샌드위치
special
판다고?
sandwich before you got kidnapped here? Yeah, still salty over it.
나아진 점이 그나마
Glad to hear
있다고
that there's
하니
been some
다행이네.
improvement at least.
난 뒷골목이
I hate
싫어.
the back streets. As someone born in those slums, every single day of surviving through it was a living hell.
매일 지옥이었지.
몇 구 출신이었는데?
What district were you from?
23구.
23.
인정합니다.
It's more than understandable. 23 is the cannibal district.
옛날 기억이 떠오르니
Thinking about all these
속쓰려오네.
old memories is giving me heartburn.
내 짝한테
Maybe I should go fetch
술이나
some
좀
liquor
갖다
from
줄까?
that sack.
즐거운 책은 알아서 정리할 테니
I'll sort out the
봐봐.
books you brought myself, so you can go now.
그래.
Alright, you don't seem to be in the mood to talk anymore anyway.
아,
Oh,
이
and
책은
thanks for the
고마워.
books.
내일인 걸 뭐.
Just doing my job.
그리고 한 가지만 더.
One more thing.
또 뭔데?
What now?
내 짤한테
Can I join you in borrowing some alcohol from Nets?
그러던가.
You insist? Alright, good stuff. So these pages are kind of okay. More damage, more strength if you take damage, and then the lower HP, you get a bunch of strength. So obviously these two cards are good but conditional, so kind of depends on how you use them or what situation. And next time we have even more stories. I might do the general invitations just so I don't forget. I know there's 2 of them for Urban Nightmare, and they have some pretty good cards that'll probably help with these abnormality battles. So I will see you then. Peace.